Welcome to the instruction video of our debt spreadsheet. In this video, I'll walk you through the step-by-step process of how to set up and customize this spreadsheet. The first tab you will find is the README tab. In the README tab, you'll find some helpful links, including the video tutorial you're currently watching, our tips and tricks and FAQ pages, and a link to our Etsy shop where you can send us a message if you have any questions after watching this video. You will also find quick instructions and some spreadsheet information. If you ever want to start over, you can click the New Template button to create a new copy of the original spreadsheet. Now let's go to the Start tab. At the top, you can check this little box to highlight all the fields in the spreadsheet that can be edited. We recommend doing this during setup to make sure you don't accidentally change any fields that shouldn't be changed. We've also protected all other fields that may contain some spreadsheet formulas. So if you try to edit a field that shouldn't be edited, you will see a warning appear. And if that happens, simply click Cancel to avoid any changes. The first thing you can do is change the currency symbol. The default is a $sign, but you can change it to any currency you want, and it will update everywhere in the spreadsheet. Then you should set a start date. And let's say you would like to start in January 2025. After that, choose between the debt snowball or debt avalanche payoff methods. Now you will need to enter your debt information in this table. You can start by entering the names of your different debts. So for example, let's say you have 2 credit cards that you're paying off, and then you also have a student loan and a personal loan. After that, you'll need to add the starting balance, minimum monthly payment, and interest rate for each of your debts. Now I'm going to add some fictional amounts to show you how it works, but basically these are just examples, and it will be more accurate when you add your debt information. When you're done, you'll see that the minimum monthly payment will be calculated for you. If you want to pay a little more towards your debt, you can add an additional amount in this field. For example, let's say you want to pay an extra $200 on top of your minimum payment each month. Now let's go to the Debt tab. So on the Debt tab, you will see that your debts are already updated for you, and all you need to do is update the month and year to show the correct information. And basically, your debts will be sorted based on the payoff method you've chosen, and for each debt, you'll see the payments and balances for each month until they're fully paid off. You'll also see the projected payoff dates and the percentage that's been repaid for each of your debts. And basically, once you've paid off one of your debts, its minimum payment, along with any extra amount, will be applied to the next debt, continuing until all debts are paid off. And what you can also see is that on the left side, you will find an overview where you can see all the information you need for each of your debts for the selected month. This way you don't have to scroll through the whole overview to find those payments. So for example, for credit card number 1, we have to pay $270 this month, and your balance will be $4,750 at the end of the month once we've paid that $270. Then you'll be able to see how much you've actually paid this month, and it will automatically update when you log your payments in the Log tab. So let's go to the Log tab to see how it works. In this tab, all you have to do is enter the date, select the debt, and enter the amount. For example, let's say that on the 1st of January, we paid $200 toward that credit card. Now, if we go back to that section, you'll see that $200 has been added. And it might be good to know that you can pay more than the expected amount toward your debt. So for example, if we pay $300 for the credit card this month, that amount will replace the expected $270, and all the other calculations after that have been updated for us. Now, if you know in advance that you will receive a bonus next month and want to use it to pay more towards your debt, what you can do is also add it to this plus or minus section. So for example, let's say you want to put an extra $300 toward your debt in February, and you'll see that the payment on that first debt will increase as a result. Similarly, if you want to reduce your payment for a specific month, just enter a negative amount, but be careful not to reduce it below the minimum payment. Additionally, in this tab, You can see the estimated date when all debts will be paid off and how many months are left until that date. You'll be able to see the percentage of your total debt that's been repaid. You'll also see the total amount of your debt that's been repaid, your initial debt balance, your debt balance at the end of the month, the total monthly payment, which is the minimum payment plus any monthly extra, and the total interest for the current month. When the month ends, simply select the next month, and your overview will update, and the row for the previous month will be crossed out. And that is basically how this spreadsheet works. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Thank you for watching, and have a great time.